I learned the hard way that martyrdom does not work well in marriage. Welcome back to my channel that's all about being an empowered Catholic wife that creates a legacy of love for generations to come. Today, I'm continuing the series on what it means to be an empowered wife. So this episode challenges the common fear for Catholic wives to speak her needs with vulnerable truth. Often Catholic wives tend to martyr ourselves in a way, right, that creates resentment and harms the relationship. We push to get everything done, and then we collapse into bed feeling resentful and unappreciated. Gosh, I learned the hard way that martyrdom does not work well in marriage. What I'm teaching is about vulnerability that can empower you to speak respectfully and spiral the relationship up. So how can you do that? I want to explain what the wife as martyr complex is. Here, you're constantly sacrificing until you are resentful and then using exhaustion to manipulate your husband into feeling guilty. This, my friends, is codependence. It's not virtuous. True self-gift is giving freely without expectation of return. Yes, sometimes you may need to say, I can't. And it's vulnerable to say, I can't, because he may get upset, but you're human and you have limitations. And I invite you to honor those so that you don't end up being a crabby, grumpy wife. My husband would rather have me say that I can't do something than end up snapping at him. Speaking your true feelings and needs is an act of prudence, which is a cardinal virtue, right, of knowing the right action to take. It's humble to admit, I need help. It's actually loving to give your husband the opportunity to serve you, to be your hero. He wants to participate. He wants to be your hero. He wants to matter. So how you might do this is that like a disempowered way, if I could say you're upset with the kids, or you got to get the kids to bed at night. A disempowered way might be something like, you never help with the kids, right? There's a lot of disrespect in there, and there's a subtext that he's a horrible dad. Instead, an empowered way would be to say, gosh, I feel overwhelmed when I have to do bath time and still clean up after dinner. I would love if you could put the kids to bed tonight or get them in their PJs. Do you see how vulnerable that is? And it's a very clear, direct request. Prioritizing your sleep, your prayer time, and true self-care is honoring your body as a temple of the Holy Spirit. It's prudent to do so. This sets up really a holy boundary that prevents resentment from taking root. It's not your husband's job to know what it is that you need or to make you happy. Osmosis does not work in communication and relationships. It's your job to stop and figure out what it is that you need and then to communicate that to him with respect. And it's only a pure desire if you relinquish control of whether he does it or not. He may not. He may do it a little bit later than you want. The key is to have emotional regulations yourself so that you don't get upset and you don't lash out at him. This is an invitation to stand in your true self, your Christ-like self, to grow in virtue. And this is the work that I'm doing with women on my campus. If you want to learn more, join us. Join the Happy Wife community on Facebook. The link is down below in the notes. This is important work. And it's not work that every woman will do. Most of us are stuck and we stay stuck. It's kind of a safe place to be. But my invitation to you is that if you want really to leave that legacy of love for your kids and to have a happy life yourself with your husband and to make your marriage the best, come and grow into your best self. This is where freedom comes. This is where happiness comes and strong marriages. I would love to read in the notes below, what will you do to be more vulnerable today? What are you willing to share, whether it's with your spouse or maybe with a girlfriend, or maybe it's just with yourself that you're willing to practice. I have some clients who will practice speaking, for instance, a desire to the mirror because it's hard, right? It's hard to express what it is, what our heart longs for. And so sometimes women will practice in the mirror for a while before they're courageous enough to share with their husband. What is it for you? What are you willing to do today to be a little bit more vulnerable? Because this is where true intimacy can happen. Type it in the notes. I'd love to read. I'm Coach Carol, and I'm standing for you having your best life. God bless you.